Well, okay. Now, what is going to happen in 2021? 2020. I mean, this year has been rough. What is the review for 2020, right? You know, the coronavirus or COVID, all right? Came from China, and then the United States is still the key holder for the most coronavirus cases. Or I don't know if it's true or not. Let's see. Where is this? Where is the COVID case? I mean, or coronavirus case? Where are we still number one? Put it this way. Okay, the United States still number one in COVID in coronavirus cases. And for a matter of fact, it is one of these things that I mean that we could view by various countries, and yet this is 2020, and this, and then I might say the USA is still number one. India is two. Brazil is three. I mean, Russia fell in the fifth spot though. And then for one country, I wanted to go, even though what happened it went 52. I mean, this is one thing. Even though I couldn't go to Japan, and that's it. All because of the COVID, and couldn't go anywhere. Right? I went to St. Louis. Yeah, that's St. Louis, Missouri. And what else is? Oh, George Floyd, and and everything went political correctness, racial. All right. So it is what it is. It was. I was thought that this election would lead us into nuclear warfare. I think this thing is taking that long. I mean, it's taking that long. I mean, this administration that we have is rough. It's not like I'm saying everything went up. I had this dream last night. I mean, this dream the other night. I just wake up and see that the FAA, I mean, the FAA are liars. They're lying. We are not yet riding on a particular airplane is safe until January 20th, 2021. This is still 2020. I mean, there was like the EASA and the FAA. EASA belief in the ESA and on the FAA lie that the airplane is still safe. It's not. It's just a lie. It's just a lie under the Trump administration and everything like that. I'm gonna tell you that's a lie. And what else? Alex Trebek is dead. I mean, the original James Bond, Sean Connery, died on Halloween. I mean, um, who else? Who else has died? I think David Bowie died or something like that. But hey, all this what happened with these injustices and the BLM, everything went wrong. I mean, things like in 2020 went wrong, and all of suddenly, I will tell you what's going to happen in 2021. Okay, what's going to happen in 2021? This is the first thing it is. Don't keep your hopes up because Joe Biden won. the best thing that happened, even though for Joe Biden, or I mean for the SNL, you're gonna see Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey in SNL. Saturday Night Live, Jim Carrey's gonna be on TV every week on Saturday Night Live. That's one thing. For 2021, I mean, this like in the early stages of 2021. I mean, do you remember the American 191 back in 1979 involving a McDonnell Douglas airplane that hit Chicago? Well, this is gonna happen again, but this time another American Airlines crash involving a Boeing 737. It takes place in Central America, but it's gonna be involved with a Boeing 737 being hit towards a mountain. I mean, the main thing is this is the early stages of 2021, around that, before January 20th. I mean, because as you believe is going to be all in hectic for 2021. I mean, like the CEO of Boeing could earn a Medal of Freedom making money out of dead passengers, but then what's going to happen with this American Airlines flight involving a 737 Max, people is gonna get killed, and after all, then there's gonna be another grounding, but this time Mexico will take the first country to ground the 737 Max first in 2021 for the third crash. The third crash, and then the third crash of the Boeing 737 Max will be involved with an American Airlines flight. And then what's going to happen is that the president, as always, he's gonna lie. He's gonna lie in his last days that the accident was involved by a drunken pilot, an alcoholic pilot. A pilot flying under the influence of alcohol, and that's gonna be a lie. But the situation with one country, that it'll say that no, it is the MCAS, and then these experts for this aviation industry. I mean, aviation administration from that country, or what the Trump called a shithole. One of them shitholes in Central America, neighboring to Mexico. They will say, that's what Trump say about those countries. Well, they just gonna believe. Is they gonna believe this shithole countries aviation administration, that it is the MCAS thing again, and then that the FAA. He said that, and then Trump says the FAA is above this country. What is it, like in third world or something like that? It says, like, what the heck? Now, like, people don't believe the FAA. Then of course, one of them neighbors to the south would ground the Max again for the third crash, and then because next to them, the 737 Max crash. All right, so there'll be no survivors. No condolences except for a few U.S. passengers, and then one U.S. passenger might be turning into profit. There is gonna be something. All of this, and then the CEO getting the Medal of Freedom for saying safety improvements on the plane, because that's bullshit. Is just giving the green light, the FAA giving the green light in a messed up plane, and then you're gonna see people killed people being killed in even in an airplane crash. All right, 737 Max crash. The third 737 Max crash happened in the early stage of the year 2021. It's going to be the MCAS situation, but the lie by some people that you believe who voted for the loser who lost the election, believe that the airplane crash was involved with a drunken pilot. It then is not true, because if you believe it's true, it's BS. It's an MCAS, and he's saying that the Chinese are liars. If you believe the president of the Chinese are liars, yep, that's gonna happen. But then later on in 2021, there's gonna be a trial. There's gonna be a trial with the Boeing CEO and the FAA leadership, right? So what's going to happen is this investigation going on trial. It's gonna be in court. I mean, the U.S. government against a U.S. company. I mean, this time, it's like, what's the matter? What's the thing is saying that the U.S. government against Huawei, but now the U.S. government against Boeing. I mean, in the FAA, this is gonna be under the Biden administration, and then you're gonna see a whole shitload of court at the Supreme Court. You're gonna see the CEO of Boeing going to jail. You're gonna see the FAA guy going to jail for what? For corporate fraud, for lying, for murder, and giving the green light on a faulty product. Lying. Not fixing the MCAS yet. This is going to be something that, even though the CEO is going to go to jail for putting passengers into profit, most likely minority passengers being killed at an American Airlines flight on a Boeing 737 Max at a country in Latin America. This time is going to take place in Central America. I mean, instead of a DC-10 happening in Chicago back in 1979, this is going to take place in Central America with a Boeing 737 Max. Another American Airlines flight this time will be involving a 737 Max plane. An American Airlines tragedy. Third 737 Max in 2021. And the CEO of Boeing is going to jail when the Biden administration comes, right? After all, everything else, just saying, you're gonna see the Comac C-19 plane coming entering the United States, and then the new members of the FAA gonna give it the green light that is gonna be safer than the 737 Max until they fix it. So until they fix it, then says that probably you have Mitsubishi after the Boeing 737 Max, and this is gonna be aviation competition lawsuits, against Boeing, against the U.S. Supreme Court, that the CEO of Boeing is turning dead people into profit, and the FAA, the former guy who's gonna kick his ass out of the FAA, is going to jail for giving a green light on a faulty product. But then this is gonna be permission. Maybe Boeing is gonna go out of business in 2021 with all these damn lawsuits involving the last Boeing 737 Max being crashed. And then I'll tell you when it is in this video, but that's 2021 for you. And then everything we're gonna have a COVID cure, but under the Biden administration, I mean, it's gonna be discounted. I don't know what's going to be under this, but yes, Biden administration, or all this in between is gonna happen in 2021. I mean, yeah, the Olympics I don't know about the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan taking place, but yeah, 2021 is gonna be just a heck of a year to see what's going on, how strange things may be. It's 20, but it's gonna start off in the last days of the Trump administration with a 737 Max getting crashed, and the president lying about a drunken pilot while this actually does the MCAS, and they saying that the FAA is above this third world country aviation administration, and actually is not true. Under Trump, the FAA was underperforming. China was above the FAA. Now with Biden, they're gonna kick out the FAA guy. The U.S. Supreme Court Boeing's going to go to trial against the U.S. Supreme Court about fraud and all in between, and lying and murder, right? So this is gonna happen in 2021. I mean, what's going to happen in 2021? It's gonna be excited. I'm gonna make a video about what's going to happen with this about the third Max plane, where it's gonna take place. But then after that, just please subscribe to Embargo Man, and goodbye, peace out, and see you on the next channel. And please hit the bell button.